I just helped an agency owner book an extra 70 appointments in a matter of days without needing to spend any more money on ads. And if you're wondering how, then make sure to watch till the end of this video because I'm going to be breaking down the exact AI sales agent that we had reach out to all of his past leads, conversate with them, handle their objections, and ultimately book them into a sales call. If you click the first link in the description, you can actually steal this agent and implement it into your business as well. But with that being said, let's dive in. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how we booked 70 appointments in a matter of 6 days for an auto detailing marketing agency by using a database reactivation AI agent. So as you can see right here, this company had a few thousand leads and we had AI reach out on multiple different platforms. So email, SMS, and also WhatsApp in order to conversate with them and book them in. So let's dive into some examples. Now, firstly, we have Chris. Now, Chris, as you can see, was an old lead and he didn't even respond to the initial reach out. So then a couple hours later, the AI followed up with him. This was completely on autopilot, all the AI is doing. Now, as you can see here, the follow-up was also very personalized, right? It said, hey, I was looking back through my notes and remembered our chat about the free AI detailing system trial. Do you want to lock in a time this week to see how it works? Then Chris did not respond. So this is a tough prospect. He didn't respond to message 1 or message 2. And then the AI finally followed up one more time. And as you can see, he did respond. And if you look right here, before I move on, this is absolutely insane. The AI dropped a testimonial that it was prompted on from this business in order to get him to respond. It said, still curious if you want to see how guys like Scrub Bros, which was a company that this detailing agency worked with in the past, went from slow weeks to 35K months. And then it goes back to the close. Can I send you a few times that work for you this week? And then this got a response, but it was not positive. Chris said no. And if we look here, how the AI responds, it said, oops, my bad, just making sure I got the right person. And then it asked, is he a mobile detailer or has he done auto detailing before? And now Chris, he was a little bit confused, a little bit caught off guard. He said, what's this for? And then the AI said, totally get it. Sorry for any confusion. I'm reaching out to see if you're a mobile detailer, right? And then he says he is. So then the AI moves the conversation forward, getting past that initial objection. And then right here it says, I'm not sure if you're currently taking on more detailing jobs, but my boss Rayon asked me to personally reach out. Would you be open to beta testing our detailing system on a quick Zoom? And now Chris is back in it. So then he asks, yes, can you run down the pricing for me? And if you look right here, the AI responds perfectly. It says, totally get wanting to know the cost. Quick heads up, I can't go over pricing in text, but here's the gist. It's actually a free trial. You only cover ad spend, which is about $30 a day. And if you don't get 5 jobs in 5 days, Rayon writes you a check for $1,000 wasting your time, which in this case was the offer that this detailing agency was running. And then it loops back for the close. And if you look at the way the AI does this, it does it in such a seamless way. It asks what time zone he's in so he doesn't mess up times. And then we got a response from Chris. He says he's in New Jersey. And this is the crazy thing with AI, is that it took the fact that he was in Jersey and automatically converted that into Eastern time zone. So now it has his time zone without him actually saying his time zone. He didn't say, I'm in Eastern. He said, I'm in New Jersey. Just a small thing that's absolutely insane with the power of AI. Then the AI says, I have availability today or tomorrow, which one works better for you? And then right here, Chris says, I'm really interested. I'm trying to get a mobile van and I want to do this full time, but I have a job right now. I got 23 years in and I need 2 more years to fully retire. So that's my plan, to stick it out these last 2 years and then start my own full-time business. And the AI right here acknowledges what he says. Totally respect the plan, man. 2 more years after 23 is no joke. If you want, we could show you how the system works so that when you're full-time in your van, you'll already have this dialed in. Handling the objection and then going back for the close. So then Chris says tomorrow, and then the AI gives a couple times, and then he finally books in. So despite all of the different objections that he gave, initially saying no, he's not interested, then gives an objection about him retiring, then gives an objection about the timing, despite all of that, the AI was able to stay persistent, constantly follow up, move the conversation forward, and ultimately book him. Now, moving on here, we have another prospect, Joe, which the AI reached out to. And after it asked if we had the right person, Joe responded yes. And then the AI gave a little bit of a mini pitch, asking if he was looking for more detailing jobs and if he was open to hopping on a Zoom. And Joe actually said that he's worked with them before. So this was actually a past client who was getting reactivated. And then the AI said, that's awesome, Joe, acknowledges what he said. This new AI system is way better than what we had before. Generates leads, follows up, and books jobs while you sleep. Want to check it out on Zoom and see if it can help you get more jobs. And if you look at Joe's response, this is crazy. So he said that the company had that AI system when he was in. It was great, but not conscious enough to sell without him hopping into the conversation. It could be repetitive, and he's currently working on his own system that replicates human consciousness as close as humanly possible. And the AI's response was absolutely mind-blowing. So first things first, it acknowledged that, right? Totally get that, Joe. A lot of detailers felt the same way about our older AI. The new version is trained for real sales combos, not just auto replies. And then, if you look here, the AI literally dropped a testimonial. Jacob Lewis went from 3K to 25K a month using this new AI system. Would you be open to seeing how it's improved on a quick Zoom? Let's just break this down for a second, because the AI over here is not just acknowledging the objection, fully working through it, dropping a testimonial to help handle it. It also personalized the call to action right here to seeing how it's improved on a quick Zoom call. And if you look right here, that got Joe over the line to then say, yes, I'll check it out. Then it asked his time zone. He said cat, which I believe is a misspelling for CST, but the AI picked up on that. It didn't break despite the spelling error, and then said, thanks. For tomorrow, I have these times. What time works for you? Let me see what works. No rush. Just let me know what time tomorrow works, and we'll lock it in for you. Then it gave the times, and then he said 9. And then the AI ended up booking him in for the sales team to show him the new and improved system that he didn't even realize was being used on himself to get him rebooked in. Now, moving on to the next one, this conversation is going to blow your minds. So as you can see, it starts out by the AI reaching out to our prospect, Dilmer. He responds, and then the AI does its little mini pitch, asking if he's looking to take on more detailing jobs and if he'd be interested in hopping on a short Zoom. Now, Dilmer responds saying he is interested, but he has trouble speaking English. If it's in Spanish, that would be much better. And if you look right here, the AI reads his message and then instantly starts conversating in Spanish. Just right when he says that, it instantly turns to Spanish, then gets his time zone or his area while he's talking in Spanish, and then it's continuing the rest of the entire conversation in Spanish. I'm not the most fluent in Spanish, but as you could see here, it's giving him the availability, it's acknowledging his messages, and looping for the close all in Spanish. And then as Dilmer is responding in Spanish, the AI then gives some times, and then after he picks a time, gets him to book in. This is absolutely mind-blowing. The AI picked up that he didn't speak English when he mentioned that, and as soon as he said if it's in Spanish, the rest of the conversation, the rest of the back and forth, giving the different times, getting the appointment booked, all in Spanish. Not just reading his Spanish text, also replying in Spanish. And it did this on its own. When it picked up that he spoke Spanish, it instantly started replying in his language. Genuinely, when I saw this conversation, it absolutely blew my mind. Now, moving on to one more conversation, we have Charles. So the AI reached out to Charles after he confirmed that we were speaking with the right person. It did its little mini pitch to see if he was interested in their system. And Charles responded saying, I saw you guys. And then the AI responded, well, cool, where did you see us? Just so you know, we're offering a free trial, aka just giving the offer again, and then asked if he'd be down to check it out on a quick Zoom. And he said that he saw this on Facebook. Tell me how it works. Tuesday, yes. And then the AI acknowledges what he said about checking us out on Facebook. And then it gave him more context when he said, tell me how it works. So it said, basically, our AI system does X, Y, Z, right? Runs all your ads, texts your leads, books detailing jobs so you don't have to chase anyone. And we guarantee you 5 jobs in 5 days, or Rayon pays you $1,000. Quick question before showing Tuesday times, what time zone are you in? Like, this is crazy. Most people don't realize, but the fact that it picked up not just on the Facebook, the tell me how it works, and the Tuesday, and weaved all of that into such a conversational thread of text messages is absolutely wild. Charles then proposes Friday at 12 noon, West Coast time zone, which unfortunately isn't open. So then they go back and forth with different times until we get to a point where he says that he could do 4:20, and then the AI booked him in for 4:15. Now, after he booked his call, Charles then started asking certain questions and saying different things. So First, he said, I need a messaging AI system like this for my leads. And the AI responded, that's exactly what Rocket Detailer AI does. It auto texts your leads, books jobs, and builds your client list nonstop. Want to see a live demo during your call tomorrow at 4:15, or do you have questions that you want answered right now? And then, as you could see, Charles starts asking questions. This is so crucial to actually get him to, number one, show up to the appointment and actually close, which normally most human setters at this point, it's like, okay, booked call, it's done. But over here, Charles asks, do you help set up ads? And then the AI responds, absolutely. We fully help set up ads for you. No extra work on your end. Our team handles the creatives, the targeting, and everything. So your AI system gets quality leads from day one. Then from here, he just confirms it's tomorrow and then asks about the price. So then here the AI handles it perfectly. It says, great question. I'll break it down on the call since the whole setup and strategy is shown before talking pricing. It's actually a free trial though, so you just cover the ad spend initially. Then Charles said to lock it in. So as you can see, not only was it able to converse and answer any questions that he had before booking, but even after booking to solidify his decision and solidify his appointment, it was still answering questions based on the prompting that it had on this business. So it had all the context on what their services were, what they did, how it worked, and it was able to weave that into the conversation wherever necessary. And that, paired with its relentless follow-up, paired with the fact that it never sleeps and reaches out to these prospects on multiple different channels, WhatsApp, email, text, calling. It's also multilingual. Hopefully now you understand that is the power of having the right AI system in place.